Oh yeah,
Great
look at
garment.
this beautiful dress that's behind me that was crafted by the
I
two
love
most
that.
artistic people in the world.
That's what we should go on. That's what we should go on. We should go on that fashion show on Netflix that Marco was on.
Well, next in fashion.
That's us, bitch.
We put on this is our dress. This is our award-winning dress. This is gonna win us the money. We're gonna have a household
Yes.
name.
That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Messy episode, season 2 episode, whatever. We don't know and you don't care.
It's in the title. It'll be in the title. I'll take care of it then. Honestly, everything is just like blurring together at this point, right?
Basically. Mike, you have some special news. You learned something today scientifically about yourself.
I learned that I'm a survivor.
We have learned that Michael Mulderick has already previously suffered from the coronavirus ravaging through the United States currently. And he has suffered it in December before it was even announced to be in this country.
With my grandmother.
With my grandmother.
So, which was really happy because I was like, oh, okay, because she was worried that she had it, since she had pneumonia or whatever. But she's like, no, we got her tested with this at the same time. And she has the antibodies too, which means we both had it when we were both sick back in December. And that little old lady, that little old 86-year-old, 4'2" Sicilian woman, tough as nails, beat the shit out of coronavirus, and we didn't even know she had it.
Even now, yeah. I mean, that's the big mystery of this entire thing that's happening. It's like there's no general pattern on who it like can kill and all that stuff. People are just like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Because we had, I think my other, it wasn't directly my relative, but one of my cousin's grandfathers literally went to the hospital to get like a routine checkup and contacted corona. Has that contracted coronavirus while he was doing the checkup and passed away from it.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And he was a healthy man. So like you never know.
Yeah, that happened to my aunt. She works, it didn't happen to her, but she works at health. She's a healthcare physician, whatever, I don't know, something that for healthcare thing. She's the person that stands at the office, makes people sign forms, basically, when they go get their checkups. But she said that there was someone that came in that was ill, and all they had asthma when they were 4, and they passed away from coronavirus. So yeah, there is no pattern. Are you
serious?
Yeah, there's no pattern.
Who is it, bitch?
Okay, so
Max Food is here.
We're gonna pause. My delivery is here. I'm gonna keep on recording though. We're just gonna edit through this. Yeah. I'm gonna clap. Okay, and we're back.
We're back.
We are back now. Hello. Welcome back. I'm sorry, I had to take a second to get something. Not
okay,
gonna
what'd
tell
you get?
What it is. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
Why not?
It's my personal business, okay?
I see you still be Postmating and not cooking your own food.
I do. I mean, I cook sometimes. Mostly what I've been cooking is eggs on toast, though, and baked beans. I haven't really been cooking actual meals.
It's okay. I cooked something amazing the other night.
Wow. I don't want to hear about it.
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you. So I cooked pasta fazool.
Pasta. Oh, you made an entire Instagram story about it. It was a soup.
Yes.
You weren't feeling well. You made that Instagram story. You're saying you weren't feeling well. My mind went, oh no. You said that. I was like, oh no, here it goes. No. Here it comes.
No, I wasn't feeling well. It's not like I'm not really feeling well still, but it's not like sick, not feeling well. It's like I'm fatigued and out of it. I don't know. It could just be like I need a minute. You know what I'm saying?
That could still be coronavirus. It
honestly,
comes in fatigue, they say.
Honestly, I say bring it on. Mac, it comes in everything.
It comes in everything, apparently.
I'm ready for it to be over. I feel like some states have opened up, like, completely. Some states have opened up gyms now.
Yeah, California is going to phase 3. They're green-lighting barbershops to open up. They told Disneyland Six Flags is opening up. I know that. Universal Studios is planning on opening up. They told Disneyland they can open up. But they all have to open up to like a quarter of attendance, and they have to have like regulations, all that stuff. Disney has not responded to the green light yet, and so a lot of people are like, "Oh, Disney's still trying to figure it out."
Well, okay, yeah, but hold on. So, like, hold on. Disney and Six Flags can open up, but the gym can't open up.
Well, yeah, that's because I guess gyms are another phase of classification because gyms are something people frequent every single, like, no matter what day, like 24-hour fitness. People can go in and out of that more than Disneyland entirely. And so I feel like
Yeah.
Disneyland, like those places have more of a controlled population, but I don't know.
I need it. I need it back
We'll
so
see.
much. It,
We
it
will
helps me.
see.
It helps me deal with my anxiety. I need it back.
I'll bring the gym atmosphere to you, okay? I'll make your room very humid. I'll add some ambiance.
Perfect.
I'll bring in a twink to stare at you as you lift weights.
I'm just waiting for you to give me the green light. I miss hanging out with you.
Next week, you'll come over. We could have done it today, honestly, but I was just like, this is more convenient.
Yeah. You didn't want to like get ready. You got to clean up.
Yeah, I was already cleaning my house. I was already doing things. I was like, I don't want to set up this podcast.
I know. Well, you know what? I feel like we're all starting to actually, like, we've all been good, like, as, like, social distancing and everything, but it's exhausting. And I feel like I saw your tweet saying that you were going to take like a little break from uploading.
Yeah,
like,
I'm taking a break this week because I'm running out of it right now. It's hard to try to push this positive image on my channel right now when I'm not feeling that way because of what we're in. And so I'm like, some weeks I just need to stop. I need to like recharge and go find happiness from cleaning my house or something. I don't know.
I know. And I was supposed to have something out today, but I'm like, you know what? I have to focus on the Patreon and I have to focus on the fucking React channel, and I'm supposed to put up something today. And I was like, I bought self tanner, and my idea is to just like try self tanner for the first time. That's how I'm running out of ideas.
Oh my God, haven't you done that before?
No.
Someone has. I forgot who has. I don't know. Someone on YouTube.
But all I know is I was like, I don't want to do it, and I was like, instead I made some cookie dough, and it took a day to myself.
That's good. That's cute. Self-care is important. This past weekend, I had like the weirdest, speaking of social distancing, I had the weirdest socially distant photo shoot in my entire life on Sunday.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
I don't know if I can say who did it. I think I can, but I don't know, just in case. There's this company that is going to be doing their first ever Pride campaign. Mm-hmm. They haven't been able to do it in the past before. You'll figure it out when it comes out. They haven't been able to do it in the past before because they were originally owned by a conservative Chinese business family, and they just switched ownerships and CEOs, and now they got to do their first ever Pride campaign. So this is like a big thing for their employees. They were explaining this all to me in the meeting. They're like, yeah, we don't know if it's going to do well. We're just really happy we can do this. It's been taking years for us to do. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I'll love to be part of your history. And so they invited me out. It was the weirdest thing in the entire world. It was so weird, but they tried their best because, you can't touch us. You can't do anything. So there was no makeup. There was no craft service or anything for this photo shoot. It was like this random pop-up, like they just had like a fucking piece of wood that they painted or something, like they just set up and like this random place in the art district in downtown LA full of murals. And then they just this photographer came out, literally everyone's face except for mine, because I was the one that's getting the pictures taken. Everyone's face was completely covered. They had sunglasses on, they had gloves on, they had the mask on. I could not see anybody's face except for the photographer. That was the creepiest part. So I did not know who was who. Did I talk to you before? Were the person I talked to on the phone? I don't know who are these people? These random people just standing around super far away as this photographer is taking photos from me also far away. It was the weirdest thing. And he was just telling me what to do. They couldn't touch me or anything, couldn't fix my clothes. They told me to fix it myself. And it literally only lasted 15 minutes. It was boom, 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 boom. Okay, bye. They left. And I'm just standing there, me and Andy just standing there in this alleyway by ourselves. We're like, that was it? Okay.
You're a model. You're a legit model.
Me and Andy were talking about, we kind of felt like it was one of those America's Next Top Model those quick competitions they do, and they're you get 5 frames. That's what it felt like because it was so quick. They're boom, boom, boom. Okay, bye. We're leaving.
That's crazy, though.
Okay.
Did you guys get paid?
No, not really. It's more kind of, but not really. It's because it's all for charity, and legally for charity, you're not allowed to get paid. You know that stuff. You know what I mean? PSAs and all that stuff. So they legally can't pay us. So they're giving us store credit.
Store credit?
It's all for the Trevor Project. The entire thing is for the Trevor Project that they're just doing as the main marketing company for it.
Got it.
I'm doing 2 things for the Charity Project for Pride. I don't even know if I'm about to talk about this. I'm doing 2 Trevor Project campaigns this coming month. He's still booked and blessed, bitch.
Wow. Even though he can't leave the house, she's still booked.
Even though I can't leave the house, people still asking me for things.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cute. It's really exciting.
When does it come out for Pride?
What people think about it. Yeah, it comes out like in the beginning. I think both campaigns come out on the same day. That's their projected thing. So you're just gonna see my face.
I wonder what this is going to be like.
Project, just gonna see me.
What do you think's good? What do you think? I think there's definitely going to be some kind of virtual Pride events.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people doing it. I know there's some TikTok thing that people keep on asking me that I should join. Some TikTok Pride event that like Eugene and Thomas Sanders is doing with a bunch of TikTokers. I don't really know what's happening there. There's also a lot of people are doing like live streams. There's gonna be a hella bunch of live stream drag show with.
Great.
Speaking of that, Drag Race finale is coming out this week too.
I know. Did you see
Pride.
Did you see how they're doing it? They kind of released some clips.
They're making it like a virtual lip sync or something. I haven't seen it.
I did, and I saw like virtual clips. I think of how it's gonna be done. Mm-hmm. I think it's already shot. I guess
it has to be. 100%
but
already shot.
RuPaul is just wearing like a wrestler's mask because she can't.
Oh no, that was the reunion. The reunion? That was the reunion.
Oh, the reunion is separate now. I forgot.
Yeah, the reunion happened this past week, and RuPaul was wearing like a wrestler's mask on because no one can do their makeup for them. RuPaul has not done their own makeup, or I think they even say it, like RuPaul has not done their own makeup for like, 10 years or something?
Oh, yeah.
They said that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that. I understand. If you've been doing drag for literally like 30, 40 years, you're going to like not...
Falling off the trend.
Want to do that anymore.
No, that makes complete sense. I will say I didn't see it though. I haven't seen the last like 4 episodes of Drag Race. Mm. Who is the top 3?
The top 3 is Jackie Cox.
Really?
No, Jackie Cox got no. Yes.
No,
Jackie
you're a
Cox
liar.
She's gone. My bad. It's Gigi Good.
Okay.
Crystal Method and Jada.
Really?
And according to social media, Crystal Method is in the lead with the votes. But at the end of the day, it's RuPaul's decision, so we don't know who's going to win.
I don't see.
Crystal is ahead of the votes. People think Jada deserves it, and then other people think Gigi is just going to get it. So it literally can be anybody.
Yeah. Competition-wise, hasn't Gigi won the most?
Gigi and Jada, I think, are tied, kind of. Competition-wise,
I don't know how I feel. I mean, I would love a winner to be named Crystal Method.
I know, that'd be great. But I feel like because Yvie won last year, I feel like they won't pick another oddball to win twice in a row. Just for
I feel like but I also feel like the fashion girl won with Aquaria.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Gigi Good and Jada Essence are both fashion girls.
Yeah, and Jada, so many girls have won that have been like Jada in the past. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, we've covered all three of the finalists have their aesthetic has been crowned on this show already. So it literally go to anybody.
Well, who would you like to, who do you think is gonna win? Not who you like to win, but who do you personally think is gonna win?
Who do I think is going to win?
Yes.
I think in the eyes of a producer trying to make a good show, I'd say Jada. Preferably, that's a good start. Also, Jada or Crystal. I feel like those two. I don't know. I love Gigi, but Gigi was winning too much.
That's why.
And at the same time, it's like, yeah, but like in the past, like Drag Race, you always see like the unexpected person win. Like Aquaria, not many people saw Aquaria winning, but Aquaria won because at the finale, Aquaria served the most.
Pulled it out.
Yeah,
I mean, same with Sasha Velour.
Sasha Velour was very unexpected. So I feel like they like to go for the one that's like people aren't really noticing, but then when you go back on the show, you're like, oh yeah, they were on the top the entire time. And I feel
the producers don't cause that. It all depends on who pulls out what during the finale. Mm-hmm. I think I don't know. I haven't seen the last like few episodes. I just remember being I always thought Gigi was gonna win.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people did. We'll see.
Who knows? I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is like completely new territory that I don't think anybody planned for.
It's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. What else is going on?
In the world? What's trending now?
Oh! It's my birthday.
Today?
No. Guess again.
Okay, I was about to say, wait, hold up. I don't know when your birthday is, actually.
It is on Thursday.
It's on Thursday?
So the day after this comes out.
Why did I not know? Why did you not tell me this? When is my birthday? Do you know when my birthday is?
Your birthday is it's in October.
No, it's in November. So we're both equal. Okay, great. So we're both the greatest friends.
Yeah.
This really helps our cause to make people think that we're actually friends.
I know. I'm still your Christmas gift. Your Christmas gift this year is going to be huge. Because I owe you 2 years worth of Christmas gifts, and you gave me a really good Christmas gift. But now I can afford to get you a nice one. So
no pressure.
Yeah, but I think I'm just gonna we got a house in right here in the valley over in Santa, just because I wanted a pool. I wanted like a clean house that the guy was like, yeah, nobody's been in it for weeks. There's a grill and a pool, and it's gonna be me, Kyle, and Aristotle and Billy. So I'm with them every single day. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the 4 of us are just gonna go to the pool and we're gonna grill out and just like lay by a pool. That's all I want to do for my birthday.
Say, where's my invite? But that sounds so boring. So
I would say, first of all, where's your invite? But you wouldn't come even if I did.
I'd stop by. It's your birthday. I'd be like, happy birthday. Bye.
Well, you and Oliver are more than welcome because obviously I see you guys. Like the thing is, you know me. If it wasn't the current situation, I would have rented like a crazy house in the hills and invited 60 people.
I just don't want to Uber, so I probably wouldn't show up if I had to Uber.
I mean, I could always drive you. You would just have to Uber home.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show up.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I've been avoiding Ubers. LA Ubers are pretty not the greatest.
Well, if you change your mind and decide to come, I just wanted to keep it very low key. I wanted to keep it like people I've seen every single day because the last thing I need is someone to post something on Instagram and then we all get canceled. Sure. Like those idiots in New York City. And even like no one, okay, is it like unanimously like no one's just following the rules and everybody's like, okay. Because Memorial Day.
This past weekend, yeah, we'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks. But this past weekend, a lot of people went out, especially because Orange County like basically lifted their restrictions for a lot of things. So people were just driving down to like San Diego, Orange County to go party.
Everyone's been posting. I got stood up by the Tiger King kid.
Really?
Well, he was like hitting me up the whole day before, Dylan. He was like, oh, what are you guys doing? We all made plans to go hang out. I was like, yeah, we're going to grill. If you want to come hang out, that's fine. Then the next day he texts me. He goes, oh, I think I'm going to head down to Marina Del Rey for a little bit. I'm like, that's fine. If you want to meet up later, just shoot me a text. Never heard from him again, so I just assumed he got busy and left. Come to find out through TMZ, he went to go hang out with the cast of Too Hot to Handle on their yacht.
Yeah, it was probably pushed by his managers, that Netflix promotion, you know?
I was Netflixers,
they're intermingling.
I was like, oh my God, I've been rejected for a better opportunity.
Tiger King is apparently getting a second season. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know if it's going to be the same people or if
they were filming
it up.
No, they were filming it currently and everything that's going on now after the documentary. He was telling me about it. They were filming it out here. They have producers following them everywhere they go.
Wow, that's insane. That is insane.
Yeah, I'm not bitter.
Did you up? I'm so sorry. You know, he found more relevant people and he was like, I gotta go.
No, he's a nice kid. I mean, obviously, like, I was not feeling good anyway, so I would have been no fun. And to be honest, if, like, a bunch of hot people from a hot show were, like, come party on my yacht down in Marina Del Rey, I fucking would have done the same fucking did.
I wouldn't. I don't know. They're all straight. I would have felt weird.
I like being around the straights.
I can't be around straight people acting straight. All that heteronormative. I'm trying them making out, grinding on each other. I'm like, okay, can we not?
You know I love a good crazy sex moment.
Oh, LA. Aren't all the people from Too Hot to Handle from like the UK?
A lot of them are. There's people from LA, Australia, the UK, all over the place.
Were they all here in LA?
I don't think so. I think a few of them were in attendance there.
That's interesting.
But so I think
did he get in trouble by TMZ? Did TMZ be like, look at these? That's what happened.
No, it wasn't bad. They were just like, look at them together being cute.
Oh, that's cute. Okay.
I was like, great, wow, awesome. And I couldn't go hang out with them since I literally just talked about how much I hated that fucking show.
Go hang out with them. Go be friends with them. Go be friends with that Australian guy.
No, I liked him so much in the beginning, but all he did was gaslight the girl. I don't know. Everything annoyed me about the show. But again, like that's just me being fucking salty because they literally are so famous, grew so much for doing nothing. Once you have 3 million followers, who fucking cares? 3 million followers. The girl got 3 million. Can you imagine, Mac?
Wait a year. You see people that get like 2 million followers, and then like a year later, suddenly only get like 20,000 likes on their Instagram post. And you're kind of like, what happened to the extra like million of people that are following you? What is this? What's that?
Well, that is reality TV. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like they're in the height of their show, and it's Netflix, so the height's probably gonna last a bit until there's a second season.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Housewives. I get more likes on my photos than some of the Housewives get, and they have millions of followers.
When the next cast of Too Hot to Handle people come out, then we'll see what happens.
Watch I'm on it.
So why would you don't do that to yourself?
What do you mean I would be perfect for that? I'm only going to talk shit about it.
I'd say, I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but like from the trailers I've seen, I don't know, man.
I got close to being on, well, I didn't get close. I got like interviewed for, has anything happened with that?
You can't talk about it.
I can't. Well, no, I can't.
Nothing has happened.
Well. All I know is I got close to being on 3 shows. Mm-hmm. And something has happened every single time. Ex on the beach, and then all my exes dropped out. And then
that should have been your ex. We could have solved that.
Honestly, we could do
that. Would have made people be like, "What?
Yeah,
he's your ex."
The challenge fell through.
The
challenge. Real Men of West Hollywood.
Real Men of West Hollywood. That show never got picked up.
I don't think it got picked up. Good, fucking good. That's what I fucking feel like. And then there's a 4th mystery show that I just never heard back. Oops.
The mystery of it all.
Let's go on Cops.
Do they even still make that show? I feel like they only play like a bunch of reruns.
You know what we should do? Oh my God, are they still filming episodes of like Jerry Springer or Maury?
No, those are Maury. Yes, I think, but Jerry Springer, no. Jerry Springer's been canceled.
Let's go on Dr. Phil. I'll be your baby.
We'll go on as. He just likes Dr. Phil. Just does like the worst type of humans. We got to ask like the worst. We got to be like the most stereotypical influencers to get on that show.
Perfect. Perfect.
Imagine. Oh my God.
We can do it. Let's do it. What the fuck?
Let's fuck? Okay, let's fuck.
What else is going on in the world before we do segments? Or should we just get the segments out of the way?
Nothing much. Pride is coming up. The gays are gagging on Lady Gaga. The gays are going Gaga for Gaga.
Okay, let's talk about that. Sure. I'll say this because I don't like when people hate on something new that just came out, and I'll go out on the record and say this: is it my favorite song? No, not by any means. However, I will sit here and appreciate the fact that Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande made a song together.
Finally made a song together.
So I will appreciate it. Exactly. I'm appreciate that it happened, and I'm gonna let everybody have their moment and enjoy the song. But everybody that takes the time to be like, I don't like this song, blah blah blah. I'm like, good for you. I don't like it either. But
You're so special. You're so special for not liking a popular song. Oh my gosh.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate it. I didn't keep my mouth shut.
I find the song is definitely going to be a song of the summer. It's going to be played all the time during the summer if things start reopening. If WeHo magically reopens for some magical reason, it'll be played in every single gay club for the next 5 years. 10 years actually.
10 years. It's gonna be nuts.
So
man.
it's a bop for the gays.
It is a bop for the gays.
That entire album, the album I think comes out this weekend too. So we'll see.
I hope it's good.
I hope it is too. We'll see. That's the big thing I think that's happening. And then HBO is coming out with that HBO Max and shit.
What's HBO Max?
HBO Max is their new streaming platform. Not sponsored. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I haven't even heard about it. So.
Really? Yeah, that's where that Legendary show is coming out on.
Oh, I want to see that.
Come over and watch it. I have my HBO Now account turns to HBO Max tomorrow.
Actually, when does it come out?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Then I'll definitely come over and watch it. But speaking of come over, soon you're gonna be able to come over to my place.
Oh yes, you're moving. You're moving back. You're moving back to the abyss. How do you feel? Guys, Mike is moving back to WeHo, guys.
Bitch,
I know. I heard that. You heard all the gays go, oop, right now. Everyone unanimously go, oh no.
Everyone's hole opened at once. Everyone's hole, whoop.
Mike's going back to his bullshit, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I feel like I've been good. I feel like I've been sober-ish. I started a new thing where like I've cut out a lot of bad behavior. Mm-hmm. I've gotten a better head on my shoulders. I prefer to have like nights in and work. I like this routine and I want to keep it. So I feel like it's okay. I'm in a good place to do that. And I'm excited. The place is nice.
Is it? Yeah, you show me a video.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You have a wet bar. Just like me. We're going to be wet bar twins.
I know. I spent $6,000.
Except yours will probably have like alcohol in it. Mine is just a bunch of wine.
Mine will actually be decorated. You're going to be proud of me. You're going to be very proud of me.
Really? Okay, you're going to have an actual apartment that has furniture rather than whatever you have right now.
Yes, I just spent $6,000.
Yummy. Wow.
I had a savings and I used it. Actually, I used a lot of the money that I made from Mike's big eggplant. So thank you, everybody.
Hi. You guys furnished his house. The magic of OnlyFans. Speaking of OnlyFans, are we going to get into our segments? Should we do that? No, whatever.
No, come on. Let's keep talking.
Let's keep talking. Oh, speaking of OnlyFans.
Speaking of it.
Welcome to a new segment I like to call, What is Tana Mojo Doing Now?
That should be a legit segment.
Tana Mojo, just a few days ago, announced that she started an OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen.
Question.
She made it.
Is she do we know what she's posting?
No, I have not looked. I don't want to.
And then that is a video idea.
I think she already posted her breasts, but I am not fully certain. We'll see.
She's literally posted her breasts on Instagram.
Yeah, it's nothing new, nothing special. But it's very interesting how OnlyFans is really just taking off right now. And I already told you my concerns about that, because what goes up must come down, and that entire thing is a gray area online and in the country. And so I'm like, we'll see what happens. There's going to be some type of class action that's going to be pushed against them for some reason.
There will be. I see like people get mad at me, so I'm going to watch what I say, because especially since I have one. Mm-hmm. People get mad at me when I talk about certain things, and I never want to discredit like sex workers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like I was salty about it just because of my experience with that whole situation, but I agree with that too. Like I was talking to my parents about it. Once you put something out on the internet, you have to understand that it's always there. And even if things don't have an immediate consequence, somewhere down the road, there will be one. And I did this as a funny video idea. I do it as a joke. And if people are humored by the joke and like the joke, at least I'm being very upfront about what it is. And if you want to come and do it, great. If not, I'm really not pushing it anyway. If I was somebody with a lot of influence on a young generation and audience, which I'm not, I think my demographic is like 24 and older, to be honest. If I was somebody with like a younger demographic, to not only have an OnlyFans, but post like I don't know what she's posting, but if she's posting like full titty, open vag, like stuff like that, I mean that's porn. That's straight porn. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you also have to know that there's going to be some more consequences with that. And I just feel like what Tana's doing is she's grasping at any kind of form of clout And she doesn't think
that's what influencers mostly do. That's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah. My concern is that though, like, I do find sex work valid and all that stuff, I don't think it's covered under discrimination laws for like jobs and all that stuff. And so when I see people that are like just turning 18 making OnlyFans, I'm kind of like, are you sure? Yeah. Because that could really affect you down the line, because I don't think there's laws protecting you from that if you decide you want to step away from it.
No, there's no laws there's no laws protecting you by that, because how would you ever know that a job didn't pick you because of that? Mac, I've gone on job interviews, and I've literally been told that I haven't gotten jobs because of my YouTube channel, because of the reality show, because of the way I've contracted. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I do whatever now, because at this point, you could Google my name and the first thing that comes up is a picture of me with a bread roll in my ass.
In your ass!
So like, at this point, you know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. People don't think about that. And
people think about like because you can make a lot of money from OnlyFans. I know that for a fact. Yes. I've seen people talk videos about it, about how much they make, how many followers they have. And
I know somebody
that by $10 a month. That's like hundreds of thousands of dollars some people are making a month off of this.
Here's the math
alone.
I'm going to tell you this math right now. Let's say you're somebody because I know somebody with not a big following, nothing crazy. Let's say somebody has I know somebody with 250,000 YouTuber subscribers. Okay. They started in OnlyFans where they don't get naked, but they post like provocative sketches and stuff like that. In the first month, they made $120,000. And that's a month.
Right.
And that is a month, because you also have to think about it. And even if you set it low, a lot of these people set the subscription like $30 plus. For example, I'll be very upfront, because I don't care about this stuff. Let's see. OnlyFans.
The podcast you talk about OnlyFans. Is that the title of it?
OnlyFans. Let me give you an example. So, okay, this is how OnlyFans works. So I made it as cheap as I possibly could, because it's a joke.
What's the cheapest you can do?
I did $10.
$10? Okay.
$10. Like something around there. You might be able to go a little cheaper, but just made the most sense. So $10, right? You actually take away only $8, because $2 comes from like a transfer fee or like pays the website. So you only get $8. But if you get 250 subscribers, which is not a lot, 250 subscribers to it, times 8, that's $2,000 extra you're making a month, just from 250
people. Yeah, you can make a lot of money from OnlyFans. That's the incentive. You can make a lot of money from it, but also at the same time be careful, because that stuff can carry with you, and you don't know. That's the mother in me. It's like, be careful, sweetie.
What do you think about people that kind of do what I do?
Don't show your pussy lips unless you know the effects.
What do you think about the people that don't, like, they do what I do, but they're not upfront about it? Like the people who post like, they post super provocative things, but cover up to make it look like they're naked, and then you subscribe and there's not any naked things. Do you think that's misleading and wrong? Or do you think
that is very misleading and wrong? I don't know. That's why I'm saying OnlyFans is a very gray area right now, and there's no classification. Basically, anything can go as long as it's over 18.
Well, I know a lot of
that website. And so
I know a lot of people who's Dom Mazzetti, remember he used to do like the chat roulette videos? Not Dom Mazzetti. Dom the Bomb, Dominic something. Something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's friends with like JC Kalen and those kids.
I know JC Kalen. I don't know who Dom the Bomb is.
He's Dom something. And then I know he has one. I remember reading articles about people that have it. And I know that there's a lot of reality TV people that have them. And they make it seem like they're like, hey, everybody, here's my OnlyFans, subscribe for like exclusive flirty content. And then it's just like shirtless photos and stuff like that. But here's my thing. Like I was telling people, it makes sense to do it. Like I was telling Ari. Ari just did it. And I was like, because he used to be an underwear model, so he posts all the underwear photos. And I was like, listen, if you're already posting risque photos and you don't want to put it on Instagram anymore, but you have in the past, just do those on OnlyFans. But just if you're going to do that, you have to be upfront about what you're doing. Otherwise, it's a trick. And
we don't love tricks here. We only love treats. And that's the team.
I also want to. I could yell at you for something. Something worked out very well for me recently.
What happened? Why are you going to yell at me?
I'm not gonna yell at you, but remember when I texted you being like, should I not post? I smash or pass the Avatar characters.
Did it go well?
It did. It's done the best.
That's because Avatar is like the top trending thing right now because it's on Netflix.
But I was so worried that people would think I was like sexualizing kids because I didn't remember what I said. Mm-hmm. And then I watched the video and I said no to everybody that was underage. Basically.
Okay, well there you go.
That's great.
That should have been a worriment for you.
Well, I didn't remember what I said because I was high as fuck. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh shit, you know, me not remembering what I said. That's a dangerous.
That's dangerous. That's a dangerous game. You should just watched it.
Well, that's right. I went back and I watched it, and everybody, and I love how some people, like the comments, everybody was on board. They were like Mike trying to cancel himself, but we won't actually let him get canceled even if he tries to cancel himself. I'm like, is that a thing? I want to get canceled. So, I've already got canceled
people
once.
Actually get canceled. I feel like cancel culture is going a bit overboard a little bit with their trying to cancellation. Like people are getting bored now, specifically because they're all staying at home. But I feel like every single night, someone's trying to get canceled in some way.
I have a question for you. It is a good. Have you heard about what's going on with Doja Cat?
Yes.
You want to talk about it?
Sure.
Talk about it.
Should we get into our segments?
We'll do that. We'll do that at the end.
This is gonna be a very long podcast. Okay.
Whatever. We're doing it at the end.
Lots happened. Doja Cat. I mean, I don't want to really explain what went on. I know she tried to explain what's happening. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I don't fully understand what's happening.
I don't either.
What I don't support is the jumping of conclusions based on little information. And people only have like little small things and already jumping conclusions about it. And so I'm just like, what is the truth? Let the person speak what the truth is. That's one of the reasons why I don't like cancel culture, because it's very just like jumping to conclusions based on like an image or like a small little clip. And they just completely decide that that's that person's entire character, when it's like, okay, are you telling me you've never said something that's slightly offensive to someone before and not even notice it was offensive? Like, now I'm supposed to paint you as this entire racist person. You know, I don't like that, because I feel like that desensitizes actual racism. I made an entire rant about it on my Instagram. I was like, there's people literally dying from this corrupt system of racism in this world. We need to stop throwing around that word like it's just this trivial thing that you can just say off of someone off of one simple clip. That completely destroys what is actually happening and completely ignores the truth of racism. And that's why I don't like that aspect of cancel culture, because I feel like people just use racism as a tool to cancel someone they don't like. Because Doja Cat so happened before all this happened to get a #1 Billboard fucking charting song, and suddenly now people want to cancel her because she topped Beyonce. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so that's why I'm like, there's definitely like malice, and definitely people like went looking in for this specifically when she hit #1. And that's why that kind of made me uncomfortable. It was like people are literally trying to find things to cancel these like successful people just because they're bored, just because they don't like them, because they're like doing better than their favorite artists already. And I don't like that pettiness of the online Twitterness. It's very negative. It's very unneeded energy.
I agree 100%. I'm a big believer in two things. You're not guilty until you're proven guilty in my eyes. And B, people change. Mm-hmm. And I'm literally a product of that. Do you know what I mean? So like,
I mean, apparently what happened like only like a few days ago for her. So I don't know, but at the same time, it's like what I've seen is like it's only like a few clips and photos, and then the rest is just people writing things and jumping to conclusions. And I'm like, that's what's fueling the fire. It's the conclusion jumping. You're not letting the person explain what happened in these photos or images. You're just generally being like, oh, she said that. That means she hates the black side of her because she's only half, and she didn't meet her father, so she hates black people because her black half abandoned her when she was a child. Literally, people are writing stuff about that. And I'm like, do y'all know her? Like, have y'all had a conversation with her? What is this conclusion jumping? That's very, people like, I don't know. It's like you're desensitizing the truth of like these traumatic things you're just basically writing out. These traumatizing things, traumatizing paths that you're inventing in your fucking heads. You're desensitizing the actual truth behind those things, and things that people actually suffer from, and racism that actually people literally suffer from in this country. Like a black man just fucking died a few days ago by being kneed on by the back of his neck because he couldn't breathe, and he fucking passed out by a police officer. And that happens so much in this country. So can we please stop throwing around the word racism when it's just like a simple, small thing that hasn't been fully explained? I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
Cheers. I'll sip to that. Good point to make. That was good, Mac.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I don't fuck with.
Well, we're not picking sides right now. We're just talking.
I don't fuck with cancel culture anymore. I don't do that anymore.
And also, to be honest,
I don't like the bandwagon bullying that comes into it. Like even like there was a reason why I unfollowed James Charles, because I was bullied to do so. I was being pushed and pressured to unfollow him because of whatever was going on. I don't even know the full story, but people were tweeting at me, pointing out the fact that I was still following him, and that scared me because I've never been drawn into a situation like that. So I unfollowed him, and I completely destroyed what possibly could have been a connection with another creator because cancel culture pressured me to do so. And then all that ended up not being whatever fully true. And then now I'm like, well, you guys, now that was like the final nail in the coffin for me. I was like, I'm done with cancel culture. You guys literally just destroyed a relationship for me. This person probably just thinks me as like some weird bandwagoner now because people are bored and decide to cancel people they don't like by inventing some backstory.
Well, but what we've seen, like, think about everybody we've seen get canceled. We've seen Shane Dawson get canceled, Jeffree Star, James Charles, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, all these people that get canceled. If you get canceled and you just ride it out, eventually people stop caring.
People move on to someone else. It's losing its...
Unless it's really bad. Like
cancel culture was very powerful back in like 2013, 2014.
Unless
now
like
it's
everybody,
kind of losing its power.
Unless everybody like is unanimously, even the content creators are like, oh yeah, that's bad. Like that guy, I forgot what his name was, who molested some girls. Everybody was like
Sam Pepper, whatever.
Sam Pepper, whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, get the fuck out of here. Even the creators were like, fuck you, dude. Like we don't want you in this. So that you deserve it. But like this other bullshit, over it.
To me, it just feels like people are trying their hardest to feel a sense of importance and power. I feel like they can end the career of someone that's big and successful in some craft or industry that they're probably not in as well.
Yeah, that's why everyone's like, why don't you like hit up all these YouTubers and like try to make new YouTuber friends? I have you, and I don't want to see anyone else. Like I do my own thing, because having a lot of YouTuber friends in this day and age is dangerous, because you don't know who's gonna screenshot what and turn it into whatever, and then someone will fuck you over for views and likes in a second, and I don't want anything to do with that. I'm sorry, especially with my mouth. I'm so surprised you haven't canceled me yet. You could.
Because I like to think of the positives of humanity. Like on my channel, I never just scream, that's racist to people. Like if you ever see those videos, I explain like why this is racist, why this is deep rooted to something racist and all that stuff. I'm never like an invention. I don't invent backstories or like try to point out and scream out that word. I try to tell people there's a deeper reason why certain things are racist.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just
that's
don't
called
like
intelligence.
That's called actually like looking things up rather than just hearing it and echoing what you heard. Yeah. That's what that's called. But that's what Twitter is. Twitter is just an echo chamber for a lot of these people, because a lot of these people are like 10, 8 years old, pretending to be 13 to be on this platform, and you can't tell their age because Twitter's not telling people their ages, you know? So you could be having a full-ass conversation with an 8-year-old that's just inventing a conclusion story about someone that they want to cancel because they don't like, and they don't understand the power that they have by tweeting out these things, you know?
I agree.
You're fucking with people's mentalities when you do shit like that. I feel like people don't understand that, and that's messed up. And I feel like that's just unhuman.
Bullying, period, is not acceptable.
Okay, well, according to my timer, there's 10 minutes left, and then we've been doing this for 55 minutes.
Gay agenda with Mac.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. Gay agenda with Mac. Wait, you do it first. I'll do it with you. I'll sound off.
1, 2, 3.
Gay agenda with Mac. I told you I was going to sound off from you, but it's going to be in sync on my side. Okay. This week's gay agenda, I got it from people on our emails.
Okay.
One, Jeffree Star just came out with some palette called Cremation or Cremated. Very ironic for what's going on now.
It looks really cool.
It looks really cool. It's like cool, but like only if you're like a gothy person, that's what it looks like to me. It's like a very gothic. Well, that's Jeffree Star's style in general. It's a very Jeffree Star palette. And it's called Cremation, and people found that very ironic. But knowing how like this stuff comes to the conceptualization, it was probably like they conceptualized this probably like 5, 6, 8 months ago. And
exactly.
then they already planned it to put out this time, and then everything happened, and they're like, "Oop, well, I don't know." They decided to go with it. That's how that. I mean, that's the same things happened with my merch store. I already talked about that. Like we had a huge like in the entire year conceptualized on how I was going to release merch. When all this happened, we've kind of been like, okay, let's pause for a second, maybe push out something, but then we don't know. And so yeah, that's what's happening. What was my other? Oh, Pose. Even though season 2 already aired in America on FX, Pose is also a Netflix original series in other countries. And so season 2 is apparently coming up onto Netflix on June 17th or something in June. So yes, people in other countries who haven't seen it, or people in general who haven't seen it, because not other people know what FX is. Pose is coming out with season 2. For a person that already watched season 2, it's still a tearjerker. I cried almost every episode. That's how they do with that show. They try to make you cry every episode this next season. And yeah, and then the third one, I forgot my third thing. I totally forgot. That's Gay Gentleman Mac.
Gay Gentleman Mac. I loved it. I think those are two good things. I want to play with makeup.
Makeup?
Let's get a palette. Let's make a palette. I told
get
you
a beauty influencer palette. Let's get whose influencer palette should we get? Should we get James Charles's the rainbow palette?
I feel like that. I mean, that's the most diverse one.
I want to make a palette. I want Mac Cosmetics to collaborate with me for Pride, because they already do big Pride campaigns, and so I feel like that'd be funny if they collaborated with someone else named Mac, and I made a palette or something.
Just think you'll be able to buy a house. You could buy a house.
Buy a house. I can buy a mansion.
That's it. And then I'll be your best friend.
Imagine I just suddenly started making makeup. That would make no sense. At the same time, if Shane Dawson can do it, I can do it. Okay, bitch, we can all do it.
I love it. I'm down. Okay, should I do my segment real quick?
Sure. Let me stop this timer before it goes crazy. Okay, ready?
Okay, sure. 3, 2, 1. It's about time with Mike.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Ahem. Hey, Mac and Mike. I have been going back and listening to all your podcasts, and I came across the episode where you talked about cheating. So without further ado, I hope this insane-ass lesbian disaster story perks up your quarantine, because this shit is wild.
Lesbian disaster story.
We haven't had a lesbian disaster yet.
Can that be the title of like a show of a movie? Lesbian disaster story. Produced by Ryan Murphy.
The title of the email is Cousins Cheating and Car Crashes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So a few years ago, I was dating this girl who was hella toxic personality-wise. She was seriously gross. One week, she went on vacation with her family to the South on an RV road trip. So I didn't hear from her for a while. When she got back from the trip, she started to avoid me totally. I am talking calls, texts, all of it. So I just went to go find her one day without telling her I was coming. Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, I show up and I catch her sucking some random dude's dick.
Yummy. We love that. We love that chaotic bisexual energy.
Yeah, first of all, A, was it me? And second of all, that timing. You just happen to I haven't talked to this person. Let me go there and they're sucking a dick. Anyway, so naturally I lost it and yelled at her and this guy. We ended up yelling at one another for quite some time. And she said to me, yeah, I'm not a lesbian anymore. I used you for a phase.
Wow. That happened to one of my friends when I was in high school. This little freshman twink boy that I protected like he was my son. That happened to him, and I got so mad that I did a mental game on the guy that did it.
Here's the thing, and I think experimenting is fine. Okay, I feel like labels don't mean anything. Okay, you're not using somebody for a phase is fucked up, because I feel like you should always be upfront with everybody and be like, hey, I don't know if this is something I'm feeling, but I'll try it, and then if it's not for me, you respect each other's decisions like adults. But I don't know. I feel like experimenting is fine. I feel like you just have to be upfront with this kind of stuff. This is a
Upfront with
gray
it.
area, people.
And don't just randomly like, oh, you were just a phase. Bye. That's kind of mean.
Yeah, this
that's
girl sounds like
up.
she's a bitch. Yeah, this ex-lesbian sounds like a bitch. Okay, and she told me that she had been consensually sleeping with her old-ass 36-year-old cousin.
What?
I've been hearing this a lot lately. Can we talk about this for a second?
Fucking cousins?
I'll be at like a party, or people will be paying like never have I ever, and someone will be really fucked up and just be like just like drop the fact that they've like fucked a cousin or something like that, and then just try to like gloss over it and go to the next question. And
one of my friends from high school, her parents were cousins, and they literally have a license plate called Kissing Cousins. And I didn't know they were cousins until after like I was friends with them for a year, and I was over their house and they told me that. And I was like, oh.
See, that's
we
weird
still
to
stay
me.
friends. I was like, go off. I guess that's their personal life. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Is it wrong? Is it wrong that I think that's weird? Because I always stop people and I'm like, no, you're not just gonna pretend like you didn't say what you just said. We're gonna talk about that.
Surprisingly, in history, it's been a more normal thing than actual monogamy.
That's because of class system and nobility. People were trying to keep.
I know the royal families were fucking each other. They were fucking staying within the bloodline. It's been a thing for a while, for centuries. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a biologically, it's a very dangerous game to keep the DNA within the same DNA gene, because then you might produce an offspring that's not the greatest.
Let's skeet away from fucking. I'm gonna skeet away from talking about why fucking cousins is bad. Anyway, so she said, so I cold clocked her ass to the ground and left that bitch. Okay. Ooh. The next day, I put all her shit in trash bags and met her in a parking lot to give it back because I didn't want any of it. She started crying and telling me she was sorry and she wanted me back. The fuck? There's a lot. I wasn't having it, so I slapped her and tried to leave. Why y'all fucking hitting each other so much? Neither of you are writing this story. Stop hitting each other. Oh, God. She began to yell across the parking lot that she couldn't live without me, and again, I was not having it, so I left to go get a coffee.
Just casually.
Because it was too damn early for this shit. After 20 minutes, I got about 50 phone calls from her, so I answered and tried to tell her to stop. She called me from the back of an ambulance because she drove her car off a bridge.
Oh.
Hello? And asked me to go out with her again in the back of an ambulance. Okay, everybody, first of all, don't try to guilt people to get into a relationship with you by ever saying you're going to hurt yourself, or God forbid, even worse, attempt it. That's not okay.
That's mental abuse.
Extremely mental abuse on your side for doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. Just wanted to say that. And asked me to go out. I was absolutely shook at this point, so I just fucking hung up. I find out like an hour later that she came out completely unscathed and totaled her car. So after that, she was fucking blocked on everything. Good. About a month or so after this, I was not being suspicious at a friend's house, and we were all checking our voicemails, and I had gotten a voicemail from her off the crash and her telling me how she loved me. So long story short, we got a restraining order, and this is 100% true, and I have receipts and police reports to prove it. I don't need to see it. I believe that wasn't really a hookup. That was a hookup.
That was a disaster story. That was different. It was a lesbian disaster story.
So I guess this week we're not talking about hookups. Unless you want me to pull up a different one. That wasn't really a hookup story.
No, that was it. We're good. that was still interesting.
Hold on. There's a quick other one that we could try real quick if you want, and it's called horror fanatics.
Okay.
Since that one wasn't a hookup story, I feel bad. Yeah, horror fanatics. Okay. This happened my freshman year of high school. They're a senior now. And my boyfriend, his name is, I'm not going to say his name. Before you say it, I don't give a fuck, whatever. We broke up. Okay, blah, blah. We're going to have...
What?
I don't know. The writing is very confusing. My dyslexia got me. I was doing so well. We're going to have sex. I'm obviously the top in the relationship, but he wanted to top. And I said, I don't feel comfortable doing that. He got mad and just watched the movie we had in. I fell asleep. And okay, if you're a senior in college, you need to go back and take another English course. Okay, but he got mad and just watched the movie we had in. I fell asleep and woke up to him cuddling me and crying. He was crying about depression or something. We talked about it and we fell asleep together. Why is everybody's depressed and driving off bridges and shit?
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to read a story about people fucking.
We're just trying to make an episode podcast.
Yeah, damn it. Everything seemed fine until the morning. When he was about to leave, he broke up with me because, and I quote, I don't think we work out, blah, 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 emotional bullshit. I was pissed. Was he just using me to try and top? That wasn't a hookup story.
So we got 2 non-hookup stories. Wow. Where can people find you, Mike?
People can find me everywhere if you fucking search at Mike and BTV everywhere. On all social media, and officially also be sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive video reactions, funny cooking shows, etc. We're going to be finding you, Mac.
And you can find me anywhere if you search Mac Does It, MACDUSIT. You can also find our podcast anywhere if you search Messy with Mag and Mike on Spotify, Himalaya, Apple Podcasts, and also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MessyPod every Friday. Audio out every Wednesday. You can also email us any hookup times, gay agendas, any FMLs. Those are probably FMLs if you think about it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, those were FMLs.
It's FMLs.
FMLs with Mike.
FMLs or anything to messypod@gmail.com. Is that it?
And also, don't forget SoundCloud. I got the email notification that you paid the SoundCloud.
That was an automatic payment, so I guess I might as well start uploading them on SoundCloud. Season 3. You know what? Season 3, we're going to start doing it weekly on SoundCloud. I'll probably start uploading like random episodes, my favorite episodes on SoundCloud in the future.
Yes.
But
and
I think that out.
I think we're planning something special for the finale-ish.
Yes, we do have something coming up with a company that wants to do it with us. Mm-hmm. It'd be like a meet and greet situation. We're aiming for the end of June, the end of Pride Month, and that was gonna be our season finale before we start the new season.
Yes.
Maybe we'll change things up. Maybe we'll have a Dolores segment. I don't know.
I would love that. I think because guys, I mean, obviously, we would love to meet everybody in person and do like a tour like that. But in the current state of the world, it's not possible. It's not possible, and it probably won't be possible for a while. Yes. So it's gonna be. Yeah. We're gonna test the waters with a virtual tour. So if you want to help us push for a real life tour, be sure to check out the virtual tour. We'll figure it out and talk to you guys.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. If you guys support this, whatever live stream we're about to do, and like we're going to probably do a few of them too, but especially this first live stream with this company, it can definitely help us push to have an actual in-person tour in the future. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll give you guys more information when we put it all together and we invite the people that we need to invite. Other than that, you guys have been douche.